basically she's just saying she doesn't like makeup. It's pretty fucking tame opinion. And then like all these makeup girls on TikTok, which is apparently almost 5,000. Well, there's a ton, like did their makeup using her voiceover, which is kind of hilarious. So, yeah. So why don't we go ahead and just watch it so people know what it is? And, yeah, go ahead.
I don't like makeup. I'm against makeup. I don't think it's good for
Carson, is it at 70?
I don't think they really need to be using it, honestly. I think it takes away.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Makeup it's capitalizing on women's insecurities when it's something that they can easily fix. I think it takes away from a woman's natural beauty, and also it is so bad for you. Like, you think about how skin absorbs things. When you read the ingredients on a foundation bottle, what is in it? You can't even pronounce it. It's a bunch of crap that you're putting on your face. And that is in turn making your skin worse. So you have to keep buying more foundation to cover up what it's creating. I don't like makeup.
Okay, so that's the video. Before we have Natasha give her take, we're going to have the girls react, give their thoughts. Go ahead.
I think this is a totally fine take to have. It might not be something that I share necessarily. I do wear makeup, and I do recognize that a lot of when I personally put on makeup, it does have to do with insecurity and covering things up. So I know that I'm personally susceptible to that, and no, I'm not offended by what you said at all. That's your personal opinion.
Be honest.
So I asked you this actually before we started about what mascara you use.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you stated I hate makeup. I think that it's bad for you. I think that it's awful. Seeing as, you know, I've actually seen your video on TikTok, and I commented and I was talking shit because I had looked at your videos and it was like you can clearly tell when you do wear mascara compared to when you don't. And your opinion being it's really bad for you, but you use something that literally goes around your eyes, which you would think is way worse than putting something just on your face, such as foundation, would be very hypocritical. I mean, I would understand if you were like, hey, I hate makeup, and you absolutely just don't use makeup. Then, you know, that's fine. But also saying that it just targets insecurities for women. Maybe some, you know, like she said, sometimes she puts it on because she wants to cover something up. I think a lot of women use it as an art, and it takes a lot of technique, and some people just do it for fun. And you're right, like when makeup first became a thing, people used it as, hey, like I look ugly, let me put some on. But me personally, and a bunch of the ladies here who are wearing makeup probably are wearing it just because they like it, because it makes them feel good, and that shouldn't be something that should be hated on, especially because it's a normal thing. Everybody does it.
What was the comment that you left? What did it say?
I think I had made a comment how she was wearing mascara. I think it
was
that's
just,
it? I think it was like, you're very hypocritical, talking shit on women and talking down on women for wearing makeup when
that's
you
not what
still
she
wear
did.
makeup.
That's not what she did. She was being critical of makeup.
But saying, hey, I don't like something, but doing it is very hypocritical. Like, it's like when women say one thing but mean another thing. You tell everybody I am against it, it's really bad for you, but then you use it. Like I said, I would agree with you if you didn't use makeup whatsoever at all.
I would just like to clarify that my sole purpose of saying that was mainly to just address that it is bad for you. And so that is why any makeup product that I buy, while I only use mascara, but anyone that I would buy and do ever buy are only organic, clean brands. So that's very important to me. But yeah, I could definitely see why it can be hypocritical and can be perceived that way. I think there is a big difference of only using mascara as opposed to like using the whole rundown, you know, like caking your face, using every product that they have out there, you know, as many girls do. And I don't blame them for that. I mostly just think that it is unfortunate that there are so many girls out there today that feel that they need to leave the house wearing makeup. I think that's not a problem with the women, but that is an ill in our society that they have been brainwashed to believe that they need that to be beautiful or to feel beautiful. It's not good. It's really not good. And I don't know. I wish that there was a way to change that. Me saying that really wasn't a hit at women. It was just to like bring light to issues that I find are very important.
And I agree with you clearing it up now. I think it just could have been worded differently.
Honestly,
in a way that
yeah.
was more just, makeup's not good for you. You should pay attention to the products you use. And it is sad that there are women out there who feel the need to have makeup on before they leave the house.
Yeah.
So, like I said, it could have been worded differently, or but I think a lot of people saw it and were like, damn.
Don't walk it back, Natasha.
No, I actually don't mind the way that I said it. I know that it was very blunt, but I think sometimes you have to be blunt for people to listen to you. For example, like, this is a bad example, but Andrew Tate, everything he ever said, if he didn't say it in the way that he said it, it would have never caught traction. He would have never become who he was, And not that I was saying that to be like, I mean, Andrew Tate's kind of, very rude and disrespectful, but yeah, I wasn't saying it to be that way. You don't think that way?
No.
I mean,
she loves it. She loves Andrew Tate.
Says things that.
Well,
that
it's all jokes,
Yeah, but even then, I feel like he has a good point on certain things. I feel like how you take it personally is on you, but he is an alpha male, and that he teaches other men how to not be rude, not to be pussy with by females.
Wait, yo, quick question, but we're going to continue with the makeup thing. Andrew Tate gets actually, let's say he doesn't even get released. Mm-hmm. Through one of his networks. Hold on. He invites you to Romania for a conjugal visit. Do you take it?
Like for fun or like to have a conversation?
For fun, huh?
Wait, what did you mean? Sexual? Oh no, not for sexual. Like I said, when I listen to his podcasts or the things that he says, I know it's very contradicting.
One eternity later.
But no.
You would not do a conjugal visit?
No.
How about after he gets released?
No.
Not even?
No.
Come on. Andrew Tate slides into your DMs.
No.
Come on my yacht.
No, I don't find him attractive, and I don't care about materialistic items.
Cool. Okay, so let's go back to the makeup thing. Do you have a reaction to the video?
I do understand how some girls could take it, take it to heart and take it to offense. I wear makeup, obviously. Her and I were actually having a conversation in the car. I would prefer if I had great skin, and I felt comfortable being on social media, just being out without it. I dealt with acne ever since I was 8 years old. Got on Accutane. Now I don't really get breakouts, but I still have scarring, and I get naturally red. So I feel comfortable with it on. I try not to wear it as much because it is terrible for you. But so is alcohol. So are a ton of things that we all do. Vaping. I personally don't vape anymore, but it's really about picking your poison. Because almost everything is toxic for you. Even touching plastic, we can get into that. How much microplastics we have in our goddamn bodies, but. Yeah, it's really about picking your poison. And I also do find it at times an art, and it is fun. But at times I also feel like I just want to cry because I feel like I have to put on makeup and I'm tired and I don't want to put on makeup. But I feel like if I don't, I'm going to be out and I'm going to feel insecure. And it's a massive insecurity issue. I will admit it. Again, I had acne since 8 years old. It's going to be an insecurity issue for the rest of my life. And I'm taking steps to better my skin and whatnot. And I'm not trying to take over this whole conversation. But yeah, I don't know. I agree. I can see it from both sides, but I do see how makeup can be very damaging. But I'm glad it's here so I can feel better about going out.
Do you have a reaction to the video?
I think you're entitled to your opinion. Personally, I don't wear it like on a day-to-day basis, but I think if people do, then they should. And that, like, again, like how you brought up a great point that like it is bad for you, yes, but there are so many other things that like we do that are also bad for us. And I also think that like I personally don't wear it like all the time. I mean, I'm wearing it now, but like I don't wear it all the time because you're right about like how it feeds into your insecurities. But I think it's fun to like when you're like going out at night or something to like get ready. Like personally, my favorite part of the night is like getting ready like with my friends and like putting on makeup and stuff. So I think it can be fun, but I don't think like, I do think that it does feed into insecurities. So I think kind of like I don't know exactly what I'm trying to say, but I think that if you want to wear makeup or if you don't want to wear makeup, that's completely fine and that's up to you, and nobody should be judging you if you do.
Yeah, no judgment.
Yeah.
I don't have steak. Like,
Yeah, you do. You were talking shit about it before the show.
you were? No, I wasn't talking. I mean, I wasn't
You
talking.
Come on.
What?
Yeah, what was
Is
your
it 'cause you're
I
sitting
wear,
next to each other?
I
Go
wear
ahead.
a makeup. Like, come on. You can obviously say what is my opinion about that, but I do it because I like how I look with it and without it both. Right now, I felt more comfortable wearing it. Maybe because it's my personal insecurity. Maybe because I wanted to look better than I am. I'm not ashamed to acknowledge that we all try to look better than we are, and makeup is one of the things. But I don't think there's any way to like blame anybody for doing what they want.